Hello guys, and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to Football Manager 23 with me, your host Dean, and welcome back to our epic quest across Europe to win the top flight division in each of the European nations in the game. We're currently in nation number 31 of 33. Yes, that's right, we're in the final three. And the nation we're in at the minute is, of course, Italy, where we are the manager of AC Milan. We took charge last episode, and things have gone as you would expect for the team who are the favourites for the league title. It's been a very comfortable season for us so far. We're to the point where we've only actually dropped points in a single game. There's been no transfer news since you were last here, of course, for that opening day fixture against Roma, where I think the score was it 6-0 against Roma? Napoli, beg your pardon, on the opening day. And indeed it was 6-0 against Napoli. Next up, where I believe it's pronounced Spal. I know its initials SPAL. I'm not entirely sure what the SPAL are for, but it's Spal. And it's Lawrence Caruso and Petar Kajari with the goals. Kajari is a youth prospect at the club. He's 21 years old now. He's a Hungarian, and he's done okay in the appearances he's made for us so far. Do Spal actually have a full name? Yes. Societa Polisportiva Aras et Labor, I think. I think that's what that says. We'll stick with Spal, shall we? So good win there. Followed that up against Empoli with a 3-0 win in this one. It was Mario David Robledo from right back from the penalty spot, and Thibaut Tisserand, who's had a fantastic start to the season, bagging a double in this one. A very good performance. We've been a little bit shaky in the Champions League, and the first game was against our former side RB Salzburg. We were 2-0 up and cruising, and then Robledo got sent off in the 69th minute, and that immediately allowed one of our former signings in Hermes Farim to get one back. He's a fantastic player, isn't he? Is Farim, 33-year-old Portuguese player now, who we signed for 18.75 million way back a couple of years ago, 84, 6 years ago. He's absolutely fantastic. He got the first one against us. Moreira got one as well. That was after Moreira had already missed a penalty in the first half. So dropped points there against RB Salzburg, 2-0. Did take on Roma in the league, 3-1 win in this one. Simon, Roger and Puto with a hat-trick in this one. It came in for Oles, who is not... He's doing okay now, but he had a little bit of a poor start to the season. So we swapped him up from Puto, and Puto rewarded us straight away, basically, with a hat-trick in that one against Roma. And this is the one we dropped points in. It was disappointing. It was away to Sampdoria. Again, we've had a player sent off very early on in Vintilescu, sent off in the 6th minute, and we still weren't really out of the game in terms of being a man down. But 0-0 against Sampdoria was a little bit disappointing. But we did bounce back against Torino with a 3-0 win. Robert Oles finally getting off the mark for us, and then Rui de Rosario completed the 3-0 victory. Another good performance in terms of the match stats there. Another one of our former clubs in the Champions League, PSG. Again, we went behind. We took the lead through Oles and Tisserand, and then Nicola Colonna scored in the 92nd minute to rescue a point for PSG. Nicola Colonna, again, fantastic striker. Another one who's slightly older. Did win the Ballon d'Or when we were the PSG manager, though. It tells you the type of player that Colonna actually is. He's really, really good. Probably, actually, looking at their match stats, we were probably a little bit lucky to get the draw against PSG there. They were much better than us, but we unfortunately conceded that injury time equaliser. Now this was the big one in terms of Serie A, and it was 3-2 against Inter. Obviously we play in the same stadium. The team talk before was we've got to make our home form count. Well, okay, yeah, that's good, but we play in the same stadium as Inter, so how can you make your home form count? Anyway, we did beat them 3-2. We did take the lead through Cardinali. Inter equalised through Arnold in the 60th minute. We then took the lead again from the penalty spot through Robledo, but we gave away a penalty just 5 minutes later, which Stefan Winyi scored, and then Robert Oles popped up in the 94th minute to win it for us. And arguably we did deserve the win. It was just a little bit closer than I would have liked, but we did get that win, and it's really, really important to us. Bologna, we're next, 1-0 in this one. Jose Luciano with the only goal of the game. Finally got a win in the Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen, De Rosario, Oles, Tisserand and Kajari on the score sheet. Disappointing to concede so late on, but we did finally get off to a win in the Champions League, like I say. Then most recently I've taken on Hellas Verona, and we've absolutely battered them 8-0, and Robert Oles has scored 5 of them, along with Luciano, Jaita and De Rosario. 31 shots, 13 on target, 8 have gone in. Really good performance, and I'm quite pleased with that. So in terms of Serie A, we are unbeaten. We have only dropped 2 points. We are 3 points clear of Inter, which is why that win against Inter was particularly important. If we'd lost that, then obviously would we be level with them, or would we be behind them? I'm not too sure. I think we'd be 3 points behind them, wouldn't we? So it was really important. We have got the best goal difference in the league. We now have, after Oles' 5 goals against Hellas Verona, we now have the top scorer in the league as well. We've got the 3 best average ratings in the league. Joint top assists with Tisserand and De Rosario. The wingers have been really, really good for us here at Milan. So things are going as you'd expect. We are the favourites for the league, like I say, but it's good that we're up near the top, and we're potentially ticking Italy off at the first time of asking. We do have 2 games today though, guys. The first of which is against Cagliari, away from home. We then got a Champions League match against Olympiacos before we take on Udinese in the league as well. So let's get into the first game against Cagliari. Like I say, they are currently 19th in the table, so it should be a victory for us. And this is the lineup that we're going to go for. Maro continues in goal. Of course, you've met Maro, a very good goalkeeper. Robledo as the right back does have a few goals this season, but he is the penalty taker, which is where they've come from. Again, very, very good. Little bit of a change in the centre of defence. Rather than Caruso, who my physio or whatever, my assistant manager, one of them tells me he does need a rest, so he's sitting out for today, and we bring Molino in his place. 22-year-old central defender, the one who I believe we made the signing from Roma. We did. This is one of our signings here at Milan. Again, a good player, has had a little bit of game time for us as well, so he's going to come in alongside Vintilescu, the Romanian, the 35-year-old, who he's missed out a couple of times this season. We've favoured either Molino or Ponte, or there's Felipe in that central defence. Felipe's in today though as the left back, the 31-year-old Portuguese. Again, tired players in terms of the usual starting left fullback, who's Minuccio. It's another one who my staff have said does need a rest. Wamba Fozzo, ever present so far this season, has had a really good season, so he continues there. Jaita, again, doing okay. Does need rotation every now and then for a little bit of a rest, but again, he's doing absolutely fine. You can see that my defensive midfielders are actually quite tired. Our last game was only a couple of days ago. Jose Luciano, who has missed out on a couple of games due to injury this season, but he has done really, really well in the games that he has played. Left hand side is going to be Tisserand, who, like I said, he's had a fantastic start to the season. 4 goals and 5 assists in the first 7 league games. He, again, squad rotation. We've sat him out for a couple of games, but he's done amazingly well. De Rosario looks like a good decision to keep hold of him when we first came in, because again, he has got 4 goals and 5 assists in 9 games, so again, done really well. And then it is going to be Oles up top, who has started to find his goal scoring form. It's 10 in 10 in all competitions now for Oles this season. So we get the game underway here away at Cagliari. We are the away team. We're now changed kit of white, but it is Cagliari with the ball with Stoppini. Now, Eno looking to bring the ball forward to Portillo. They've worked it nicely to the right hand side. They've forced backwards though, back into the middle, and Eno and Ogibami. Nice little passing move here so early on in the game for Cagliari, who can't get the ball off them. It's come out to the left hand side, and Carter finds Diego down the line. He's got 2 white shirts around them though. Now we have won the ball back, and it's Jetta with Wamba Fozzo playing the ball over the top. Oles has got there. It's a decent effort, but it's a decent save by the goalkeeper there for Cagliari, and we've been denied taking lead early on in the game. We do have a corner though, which Tisserand himself is going to take towards that near post, and Vintilescu can't get his head on the ball. It's come as far as Jaita. No, Diego gets there first. Now it's Felipe, Molina, the 2 centre halves, or not 2 centre halves. Felipe's playing at left back. I'm used to Felipe playing at centre half. I'm still learning all the players, guys. I've pretty much got a settled 13, 14 players. A free kick here, which Alain Vintilescu puts into the back of the net for his 2nd goal of the season. It's Nice little cross there from Tisserand from the free kick. He just sort of pushed it to that near post, and Vintilescu on the volley past the goalkeeper does give Milan a lead here away at Cagliari. Moving towards half-time now, and it's Milan coming down the right-hand side again with Robledo. Looks to get the ball into the box towards the back post, and Thibaut Tisserand gets his 8th goal of the season on the volley from the cross. A goal and an assist already for Tisserand in this game, and we've not reached half-time yet. We just tend to dismantle teams, really, which you would expect, because we are, as you've seen from the league prediction, we are the best team in the country. So you would expect us to beat teams who are struggling down in 18th place quite comfortably. We're looking to make it 3 before half-time. Tisserand turns it around the corner for Felipe into the penalty area, pulls it across for Oles, and I don't know how he's missed. Felipe did really well to pull it across for Oles there. And somehow he's put it wide of the target. But at half-time, guys, a comfortable 2-0 lead for Milan so far. And moving into the second half, we're on the attack straight away. We've got another corner on this left-hand side for Tisserand. Again towards that near post. Headed cleared by the Cagliari defender again, though. Only as far as Jaita. Back into Tisserand. Now Vintilescu going for his second of the game. It's not too far away from the big Romanian there. 67 minutes, we made a couple of changes. We've brought De Groot on for Tisserand, obviously looking for some squad rotation. We've also brought Amputo on for Oles. Cagliari have managed to scramble the ball away, but we do pick it up again, and it's back with Robledo, looking for Jaita into Molina. Wamba Fotsu, who himself could do with a little bit of a rest. Vintilescu feeding forward to Jose Luciano. Got runners ahead of him, Rosario. Now Amputo to make it 3. Was Amputo onside, though. That little touch around the corner there from De Rosario. Questionable whether he was or not. I'm not entirely sure myself, to be honest. We're about to find out. No, he was off. He went slightly too early. I believe it was Amputo who was offside. It's nice play. Okay, apparently that's offside. Yeah. And at full time, guys, it remains 2-0. Just the 2 goals. But again, we were very, very good, very dominant in this game. Cagliari never really got going forward, which, like I say, you would expect. So then, guys, after that game, we do move 6 points clear at the top. Inter do have a game in hand, though. We've now played 10 games, so we're approximately a quarter of the way through the season. We do have another game in today's episode, though, against, like I say, Udinese, who are in 6th place, so a little bit higher up the table for us to take on. I do have a Champions League game in between, though, guys, against Olympiacos, so I'm going to go away now. I'm going to take on Olympiacos, and we will come back and we'll take on Udinese, where hopefully we can maintain that gap at the top of the table. So I'll catch up with you guys again in just a minute. Right then, guys, welcome back. We have made it to the Udinese game. You can see here that we did beat Olympiacos quite comfortably in the Champions League, a 5-1 thumping. Tisserand got a hat-trick, Oles and Jaita on the score sheet. In terms of the league table, Inter Milan did win their game in hand, so the gap does remain at 3 points. But today we are taking on 6th place Udinese at home at the San Siro. So let's get into it. It's pretty much a settled lineup. There's one change, and that's Gazzotti, another one of our signings in the summer. Free transfer formerly of Empoli. Comes in at right back. He's a little bit, I want some game time, so I've decided to give him some. Let Robledo have a little bit of a rest. He's a good player. He did okay against Olympiacos there, 6.8. So we'll see how he goes. Well, guys, with 20 minutes on the clock, this one looks like it's a little bit of a slow burner. We got our first highlight on the 24th minute. It's going to be a Tisserand free kick. He did score one of these against Olympiacos. Can he do it again? It's a good save by the goalkeeper. But Robert Oles is there for the follow-up. Gets his 12th goal of the season to finally give Milan the lead in this game. It's taken till 24-25 minutes for us to get a highlight in this game. I'd say it's been a little bit of a slow burner, but thankfully we have now taken the lead. Udinese looking to get back into the game, though. We do sort of pressure the ball, and Tomic, now Oles has nicked it, the goal scorer doing well there. De Rosario, Oles head it onto Jaita. Jaita looks for De Rosario, it's headed cleared by Bianco, but I know it's Ekpo for Udinese bringing the ball away. He's done well to create himself a little bit of space towards that left byline inside, but it's a poor pass. Molina cuts it out, and Jaita now with the ball for De Rosario. De Rosario over the top towards Robert Oles. Is in for his second of the game, and he's dinked it over the goalkeeper, and he does get his second of the game and his 13th of the season. A great finish there from the Spaniard. to make it 2 goals in the space of 2.5 minutes there for Milan. With 37 minutes on the clock now, it is still Udinese trying to find a route back into the game, but we're still defending very, very well. And Tisserand is bringing the ball clear. It gives it to Oles, looking for his hat-trick. He's got his hat-trick. The goalkeeper should have saved that. Really, really should have saved that, the goalkeeper. It went through him. But Robert Oles has picked up a first half hat-trick in this game. And he's started to find his form. That's 2 hat-tricks in 3 games now in the league table. But the goalkeeper really... It's gone through him. It's gone through him. He should have saved that. I'm not going to complain though. It adds to our goal difference. You know, we're doing well so far here in Italy. Like I said in the last game, yeah, as you'd expect, we are with the best team in the country. We're looking to make it 4 before half time. It's Jaita back for Oles. Jaita again. Little chip for De Rosario, and he gets his 7th of the season, and it is 4-0 now to Milan. And we've still got 5 minutes of this first half left, guys. We could still go on and get another one in this first half, but we don't, and it remains 4-0 at the break. Fantastic first half there from Milan, particularly Robert Oles picking up a hat-trick. Udinese with a corner. It's a deep one. Maro punches it clear. Ekpo looking to get the opportunity. No, it's Martinelli on the left hand side instead. Martinelli being allowed the time and space to drive towards the goal and get his effort, and he's unlucky there because it's hit the inside the post. And it's bounced out, and we've managed to clear the ball away. But poor defending, poor closing down there as Tisserand floats this free kick towards the back post, headed clear, but Tisserand's going to get there again, has the effort. Oh my word, what an effort that would have been from Tisserand there if that had gone in. And past the hour mark, we are still coming forward here. De Rosario with a deep cross. Tomic could have let that go there. It was going behind, but it does head away towards Felipe, and Tisserand gets there to make it 5-0. I don't know why we've got a VAR checking this one. Apparently the defenders are appealing for offside. It said something about Robert Oles at the bottom in the commentary. Was he possibly stood in the way of the goalkeeper? It has been awarded. I'd like to know what the VAR check was. I think Oles has possibly stood in the way of the goalkeeper here in an offside position when the effort comes in. He's not offside, so it doesn't really matter whether he stood there or not. He was definitely onside. And now, just 5 minutes later, guys, a goal kick from Udinese, but we win that one again. It's Gazzotti, the man who came in on a free transfer in the summer, finds Jaita. De Rosario comes back to Gazzotti. It's a poor pass inside to Jaita, but we've won the ball back again through De Rosario. And now it's Wamba Fozzo into Jose Luciano, driving towards that penalty area. Needs some support though. I think he's fouled. It didn't look like a foul, and it was outside the area. So, come on, football manager, get your VAR rubbish out the way. I'm sorry, guys. The VAR is so stupid. We do have this free kick though, which Tisserand is going to take. Is he going to go for goal, or is he going to look for a teammate? He's gone towards the back post, but he's overhit it, and it's cleared by the defence. Only as far as Jaita though. Back to Vintilescu. Tisserand has the effort this time, and it's gone wide of the far post. And Tisserand with another free kick towards Molina at the back post. It's headed off the line by the Udinese defender there from Molina, looking for his first goal for the club. They do get it clear, only as far as Wamba Fozzo though, but evidently nothing comes of that. And we're getting a lot of these deep free kicks, guys, in and around the Udinese penalty area, in the Udinese half, which are giving us highlights. And we've worked this one nicely forward. Jaita over the top for De Rosario. The goalkeeper heads it. Sorry, the defender heads it back to the goalkeeper under pressure from De Rosario. The goalkeeper goes long. Wamba Fozzo wins it. Brotta jumps underneath it. Oles looks to get there, but the Udinese players converge on him and do manage to win the ball. And Udinese now coming forward, looking to get one back in. It's Cardinale. Cardinale inside the area. It's a good save from Maro in goal, and we can put the ball out into touch again. We do defend particularly well here at Milan. There's a couple of... Sorry, it has knocked my microphone. A couple of areas where we're a little bit poor defensively, but we don't concede a lot of goals, and we do score a lot. Tisserand with another one of those free kicks, which the goalkeeper this time does claim quite comfortably. Crucero again goes long with the kick. Easy for Vintilescu though, brings it down on his chest and finds Molina. Molina has got Gazzotti outside of him. Jaita into Jose Luciano, back to Vintilescu. Into the final 5 minutes of the game. Jose Luciano again. Good switch of play to De Rosario to make it 6-0. And he gets his 8th goal of the season. and it is now 6-0 to AC Milan. And that is the way it stays till the full-time whistle, guys. Another very, very good performance from Milan. I've just noticed as well that Robert Olles was actually credited with that goal that Tisserand scored. Not entirely sure why, unless that's why the Robert Olles was at the bottom. Did it hit off Olles? Which is why we had the VAR check to see whether he was onside. I think that's potentially what's happened. So Olles has got himself 4 in that one. De Rosario with 2. Dominant performance there from Milan. Right, guys, I've clicked forward a little bit to the Sunday. We played on a Saturday. I wanted to get the Inter game out of the way, so we've both played 11 games. And they did win 1-0 away at Napoli. So the gap to Inter Milan does remain at 3 points at the top of the table, with just over a quarter of the season gone. We are doing extremely well, though. As you can see, we've scored 37, conceded 3, 2 of which were against Inter. That's not bad for 11 games played, is it? It's more than 3 goals a game that we've averaged so far this season. We'll be back 20 games in, guys, which could be this sort of area, somewhere around there, or maybe a little bit further on. Could be Roma, Sampdoria. So of course, we drew Sampdoria, the only team who have dropped points to this season, so that could be an interesting one to come back to. But things are going very well for us here in Italy. Like I said, as you would expect, we are the best team in the country, which, you know, is good, and it's what we need with the final 3 nations, of course. But that is the end for today, guys. We are going to be back, like I said, in 20 games into the season. Hopefully we're still at the top of the table. But guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as all. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out massively. And I'll see you all next time, guys, where hopefully we are still top of the table. So guys, catch you later.